Hey guys, welcome back to the Way of Truth Tarot. My name is Mandy. For those of you who are just joining, and for those of you who are returning, hello again, and so happy you're here for another reading. The reading today is about Travis Decker, and I want to use the cards to see what's going on with him right now, what his plans are, all that kind of stuff. So, everything said in this reading is alleged, in my opinion, based on the energy I feel, and the card meanings, and all that jazz. So keep that in mind. We're going to be using tarot. We're going to be using the missing variables deck. We're going to be using tokens and Whispers of the Unsolved True Crime Oracle mini form. Same tools I usually use. All right. Let's pull one of these first. What applies? Okay, we've got the whistleblower. One voice ignites a firestorm. It's the Five of Diamonds. What passage on the card applies to Travis Decker's situation right now? One, financial loss sparks chaos. So I'm not sure. I haven't done any research into Travis's case. Um, but I'm not surprised that this came out because a lot of the times there is a life stressor that is like the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak. And I feel like in Travis's situation, it was multiple things coupled with his mental illness issues. I'm feeling like he is heavily affected by PTSD. And in this case, it was like something was bound to happen. And maybe being in poverty just sent him over the edge. Okay. Give me one or two cards that can show us Travis's energy right now. The Two of Cups. This is like, this is reminding me of him thinking about what would have, what should have been, what could have been, as well as choices that he has made regarding his emotions. So, his relationship with his ex-wife, as well as his choices that he made in that ultimately resulted in what happened. Okay, what else? What else is representing his energy right now and his frame of mind right now? Nine of Cups in reverse. Like, Nine of Cups upright is wish fulfillment. This is not what he wanted. This is not what he saw for himself or his family. But his choices led to this. Page of Wands. This was like when he was in his early 20s, late teens, early 20s, and kind of embarking on his life. This was not what he wanted or planned for. Okay. So he's deep in reminiscing. He's deep in evaluating everything that led to his situation right now. So that's showing me that he's not in a delusion right now. He's in reality because he's reflecting on what has brought him to this reality. Justice. Is he thinking about turning himself in? No. Conflict. Five of Swords. So what is Justice card representing here? Page of Wands. What he wanted in the beginning. Explain the Page of Wands. The Five of Wands. Conflict again. All of the conflict and all of the battles that he saw in his early life is the real culprit here. It's like he's it's like he sees himself separately. There's the Travis Decker that the Page of Wands is representing before he was traumatized to a debilitating state and homicidal state. And then there's give me a card that represents the other side of Travis. The King of Swords. Not surprised. The Soldier. There's a huge disconnection. Okay, let's put these back and see like what his plans are. Okay. Give me one card that represents the likelihood that Travis goes to Canada. Eight of Wands. Fast energy. Okay, what else? Knight of Swords. Fast moving energy, the fastest knight there is. And the Two of Pentacles. Juggling. Juggling how to get there. I don't feel like he's there though, or I should say here, because I'm in Canada. But I don't feel like, and it would be West Canada. I'm in Ontario, so a week's drive away from the West Coast. So, did Travis try to get to Canada and come into issues, or did he change his mind? Yeah, we got the Ten of Wands. Heavy burden. So, he had a plan to go, but there was heavy burdens that prevented him from getting there, especially after what he did. The whole world watching you. So what's his plan right now? What is he planning to do? Three of Swords. He is, and his three daughters. This is representing the pain of the realization of what he did. It's not lost on him. Four of Wands. This is home. And the Sun. Positive memories. He wants to stay close to this. He wants to stay close to this. Okay, what else? What else is he planning? The Nine of Wands to persevere. It's the final push. He's persevering. What is he persevering for? To live as long as possible, it looks like. The Four of Pentacles is like, it can be greed, it can be like hoarding money, but in this case, this is desperation. This is this is hanging on to whatever bit of the 3D world he has left. We've got the Moon and we've got strength. So finding the strength to battle the unseen, to battle the hidden demons that are inside of him. The Three of Cups, a circle of support. What is that representing? Let's get some tokens. What is the Three of Cups representing? Is there people helping him? What is this? 78. It's a eagle. 69, which is a yin yang. And we've got 117, which is Aries. Let me see when Travis Decker was born. Yes, baby boy. Do you know when Travis was born? He's a Taurus like me. He was also born in 1986 like me. Wait, no, no, no. This is a celebrity. Never mind. Not the same Travis Decker. Okay? Not the same Travis Decker. My bad. Um, Let me specify. Um, yeah, I want his date of birth. Oh, I don't know when he was born. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time on this, but if anybody has that information and can place this Aries sign, please let me know. Okay, the first one is 78, it's an eagle. And we're asking, what is the significance of the Three of Cups? Does he have help? Higher self and freedom. Okay. 69, which is a yin yang sign. Balance. Feminine and masculine energy. Interesting. To me, and with the Three of Cups, circle of support, I think that there's a couple helping him to help him get freedom. And I don't believe that, okay, either they totally know what he did and they don't believe that he should go to jail for it, or they believe he didn't do it, or they don't know what he did at all and they just aren't aware of the situation, which, if they don't own a TV and they're living off grid, that is a possibility that they may not know. But I feel that's unlikely. I do definitely feel, though, that this is indicating he's got some help, and that is why nobody has found him yet. On top of him being very skilled at what he's doing with his past experience of being a army ranger, right? So that's very interesting. Very interesting. So let's get some whispers of the unsolved. What what cards can you give us that may help us understand like what he's doing right now and what his plans are? Military operation. fraud and cybercrime, arrival and competition, and caregiver medical staff. So he's operating, the military operation is pointing to number one, him going in and out of a delusion and sometimes feeling like he's absolutely still in the military. Also, treating his this whole thing as a military operation. So like the way he thinks, the way he plans, all that kind of stuff. Fraud and cybercrime. Let's get some tokens. I have a feeling what this is referencing is like illegal ways to get money or ID or something like that. 84, which is a movie thing. I don't know what they're called. Flip that over. And the next one is 82 and it's a medal. Where's my book? Where's my book? Oh, there it is. Okay. So 84. Take action. To begin something and to take action on something. 82. Recognition. Medal of Honor. Recognition. Yeah. That I feel like he was trying to get ID illegally over the black dark web. So that he's not recognized and he needs to take action on this so he can move on with the rest of his plans. You know, at the beginning, I was really sure that he was gonna, unalive himself. This is telling me otherwise, though. Now, rival competition. I feel like that's his energy towards law enforcement. He's almost seeing it as a game, as a competition. Who can outsmart each other? Who can outrun each other? Who can win? And caregiver medical staff. Is he injured? Let's see. Can I have a token for caregiver medical staff? Thank you. We got 54, which is a dog, and we've got 50, which is a clipboard, it looks like. Dog is loyalty. That I know. 50, I'm not sure. Setting goals and keeping a log. The loyalty. What is the loyalty speaking about? Is this a person who's loyal to his cause? 139, a triangle. Harmonizing energy. And a medical caregiver would be a harmonizing energy because trying to heal you. They're loyal to you. They're loyal to healing you. Or like I should say they're loyal to healing, right? I'm getting the energy. It's like I don't care who you are, what you're doing. I'm going to help you because you're a human injured. So maybe not necessarily loyal to him, but loyal to their vocation in aiding people that are injured. They kept a log of it. Either they did or he's keeping a log of it. And I have a feeling he's keeping a log of everything, just because of his training. But this is also speaking to people helping him. Okay, I've got a question. Why would they help him and not turn him in? Just clean this up a bit. Yeah, why the hell would they help him and not turn him in? I'm kind of even surprised he would let people help him just for that fact. Why would they help him and not turn him in? Death is the end of one thing and the start of something else. Nine of Pentacles. What? The Lovers, the Choice. What is the Nine of Pentacles referring to? Okay, we've got a genie lamp and we've got a diamond ring. And the diamond ring is very fitting for the Nine of Pentacles. So let's actually do the diamond ring first. A commitment. A commitment. And the genie is miracles, manifestation, and magic. Give me a token for death. I got two. There's the loyalty card again, and I love you. What? And the lovers. We've got a stadium, which is like the world stage. And we've got 33. It's a bird in somebody's hand. Appreciate what you have and gratitude and recognition. So the choice, the lovers is referring to a choice. And I think it's also referring to that couple that I talked about earlier that are helping him. They're grateful to him for some reason. So I'm really feeling like they know each other from the past, perhaps even through service, because there's loyalty there among soldiers. This is speaking to the commitment that one soldier would have to another, and how that commitment is bringing miracles to him, like helping him and not turning him in. The death is the end of one thing to another, but in this case, it's representing what he did. And the loyalty involved, again, to one soldier to another. And then it says, I love you. This this is speaking to Travis, to his daughters, that this was not out of hate or malice or not loving, that nothing like that. It's so hard for us to understand because we're not in that PTSD delusion. It's quite possible he didn't even see his kids. He didn't even realize it was them. And I know, again, that's hard to wrap your head around when you're a healthy mind, but hallucinations are an absolute reality to severe PTSD episodes. But why aren't they turning him in? Because they have some serious past with each other, I feel. And it has to do with the battlefield. When you have a shared trauma like that, it bonds you deeply, deeply bonds you. All right. So, where is Travis? One suggestion I am going to make is, and this is to the people who know him, if they're watching, I doubt they are, but just on the off chance that somebody is watching that knows Travis, knows his friends, what have you, I would start checking who he was closest to in the military, who is no longer active duty, um, and who I feel they live. I got a Northern California connection when we did the remote view session, and I'm feeling they either live between Northern California and the border of Canada. So if there's anybody that matches that description in Travis's life, in his past, I would search there. I would at least talk to them because I do feel he has help, and it's from somebody from his past in the military. That person would be able to wrap their head around and understand Travis's situation more than somebody else, like without passing a lot of judgment. and hating him for it. So that's what I'm getting. And I feel that he's around that area of that person. And I do feel like he was injured somehow and they helped him. I'm not saying that he's there now, but I feel he was there and he hasn't really gone that far, I don't feel. But yeah, I will brainstorm an idea on doing another reading with a map. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully, maybe next week I'll get that out. I've got a lot of other stuff on my plate. So I'll try to do it as quick as possible, but the latest it will be next week. All right, guys, I hope you thought the reading was insightful. If you have not subscribed yet and are enjoying my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's totally free and it lets me know that you're enjoying my content. So, without further ado, I will say good day and I will see you in the next video.